Roll call. Alder Close. Alder Bremser. Alder Decker.
Here.
Alder Kelly. No, sorry. Yeah, the chair is here. We have a quorum. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for being here tonight. Is there anybody for public comments? Doesn't look like it. So we'll go to item number 5, resolution number 4026. Yes, sorry. Thank you so much. I'm looking for a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting, please.
So moved. Oh, second.
Motion by Close, seconded by Decker. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Opposed? No. Any comment? No, and that's approved. We go to number 6, as we have verified that there are no public comments. Item number 6 is resolution number 402627 by Alderperson Mitchell and Perrella approving the proposed 2027 budget schedule and 2027 preliminary budget fiscal factors for guidance prior to departmental budget preparation. Any from city staff? Yes, Director.
Good evening. The schedule that's proposed in front of you was provided to city staff last week as it states in the schedule. So the budget cycle is officially underway for 2027. We did do a quorum check for the 2 dates of the Committee of the Whole, and I have received responses from most of the council members. So it sounds like we are good to proceed with those 2 dates. It does follow a very similar schedule and setup as last year's process. So happy to answer any questions that you may have regarding the schedule or the parameters.
Thank you. Any questions from the members of the committee? Comments? No. Okay. So then we look for a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Approved by Alder Decker, seconded by Alder Close. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Chair votes aye, is approved. Item number 7, resolution number 412627 by Alderperson Mitchell and Perrella authorizing an amendment to the 2026 budget for the hiring of additional part-time employees at Uptown Social. Anybody from staff? Yes. Please.
There we go. Yes, the Friends of Uptown Social, which is the 501c3 nonprofit that subsidizes Uptown Social, did receive a grant from a private foundation to add an additional 20 hours of part-time staff over the next year. We currently have 2 part-time employees that work about 10 hours a week, and this would add an additional 20 hours a week, either via 1 employee or 2, depending on the candidates that apply. So the Friends are footing the entire bill, no added cost to the city.
Thank you. Any questions from the members of the committee? Yes, Alder Close. Again, please.
Thank you very much. You've secured funds from the Friends for 2026 and 2027. How long are these funds secured for? Or are they on a year-to-year basis?
So actually, initially, I had applied for funding for the 2026 calendar year, and the grantor deferred us for 6 months. So last year, when in the budget cycle, the Friends group just agreed in general, because we really needed additional staff. So the Friends group said, hey, we know you need it. We'll pay for it with our regular contributions that we receive. And so then this new funding is starting July through June of the coming year. So basically at a 6-month point, then we'll have to decide if the Friends want to continue it, find additional funding for it again. But it's the way it was pitched to the grantor was as a pilot program to test out expanded hours. So you might be aware that earlier this year, we added Tuesday evenings and are seeing an increased attendance on Tuesday evenings due to that. And we're able to do it only because we have additional staff.
Great, one follow-up?
Yes, please.
So for the time that this person is spending, what is the pilot for? What are they covering? Are they covering front desk services, programming support, participant assistance, things like that?
It's essentially front desk service, but we are having employees also work on projects to take some of the load off some of the administrative work that the rest of the team is doing. But essentially, we still always have 1 to 2 volunteers up at the front desk. There are certain things that we train staff to do that volunteers don't do. For example, running credit cards. We don't have our volunteers running credit cards, but the staff know how to do that. So with how we're scheduling staff, they're working Tuesday evenings, the part-time staff, but then we're also scheduling them when we have special events or private rentals, evenings or weekends, but additionally, when we have our really busy times. So like typically Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 1 is when we have a big influx of people. So it's really helpful having additional staff up at the front desk so our full-time staff aren't getting pulled away from other administrative work that we need to be working on. So with the pilot, how it was originally pitched, was with this additional staff, we would consider adding evenings and see if that was worthwhile to test it for 6 months to a year, at 6 months, review how it's going, and then at the year point decide if we want to continue it or not. And then when the grantor deferred the funding for 6 months, we decided to move forward with it. The Senior Services Commission voted to start with just Tuesday evenings. My hope is that our next expansion will be Saturday mornings because that is what our participants are asking for next, is to be able to come in on Saturday mornings. With our Tuesday evenings, the pickleball courts have been full the entire time, and which should surprise no one. And then we're also adding more evening social gatherings. So like once a month on a Tuesday evening, we're having a cookbook class, and once a month we have a grief group that meets. And there's just, now that we've had it for a few months, there's increased interest from outside groups that are looking for space to offer programming, to partner with us for programming at that time.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Very good. Any more comments? I'm very pleased by the fact that actually there are more opportunities for the public at any level to take advantage of the structure of the offerings. It's only a positive thing in a way for our active seniors. I was just curious about this is needed. In any case, Director Kruger had to work on these numbers, right? Even if we do not disburse the money as a city, but it is basically from the Friends, we still have to budget and do everything, correct? I mean, from the budgeting perspective and the figures, etc.
I'm not sure I fully understand the question. So
is there anything that we do from the administrative standpoint? We still have to, even if we do not use funds from the city budget, but comes from the Friends, correct?
That's correct. So how we're doing it administratively is typically once a quarter or a couple times a year, the finance department will invoice the Friends for the exact amount that these part-time employees.
Who processes the payroll of the person?
The city. These are city employees.
Correct. So from the administrative standpoint, we do work for this position. I understand that's very little, but we do work. I mean, the salary is paid by the Friends, the funds from the Friends, but from the standpoint of the administration, we still do some work to keep the employee, right? It's
That's-
not that we do not manage the employee just because the funds come from the Friends.
That's true. And they do report to me, so I'm the one managing their schedule, their supervision, their timesheets.
I appreciate the clarification. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so since there are no more questions, I'm looking for a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
Approved by Alder Deckers, seconded by Alder Bremser. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Chair votes aye, the motion passes. Item number 8, resolution number 43-2627 by Alderperson Mitchell and Perrella authorizing the appropriate city officials to execute the First Amendment to Tax Incremental District Development Agreement between Riverview District LLC and the City of Sheboygan. Anybody from staff?
Hello, all. Amendment for our May line development. This is something that staff is really excited about, as this is a long time coming. We really worked with a lot of our community. We worked with a lot of our community partners to make sure that this could be accomplished. We do have an amendment. The majority of the amendment does refer to Exhibit D, so that's where a lot of our corrections and things come from.
Thank you, Director Taylor. Any comments from the members of committee?
I just want to make a comment, or actually I asked Taylor if she can make a comment on this. This is typical that we do, that amendments happen to these TID districts as things go on. Things change on a regular basis. This is a typical arrangement. This typically happens no matter where it is, whatever city it is. I just wanted to clarify that. Taylor.
Yes, absolutely.
Or a comment about this. I personally prefer, when it is an amendment, that there is a red line version of the document, because otherwise I have to go and dig the previous version out and then compare it myself, which of course I can do, but it is much more work and left to the more to the chances that it doesn't happen. So I was missing the red line version, and because there is no red line version in this case, I would appreciate if you could please go over the parts that have been amended, and especially the impact on the financial aspect, if any.
So none of the financing has changed. So the project still stands the way that it was proposed. The biggest change comes to Exhibit D, which is the certified survey map that shows the entire parcel. So that is the biggest change.
Isn't there also some changes pertaining to the environmental evaluation?
Nope, that is all the same.
And can you describe the change on the mapping level?